This is going to be an essay in response to one of the Poetry West Writers' Workshops. It is easy to be bigger, but not easy being big. When experiencing contemporary poetry, almost immediately it is realized that the predominant form is the first person present tense. This is a collective effect that seems to be preliminary and autobiographical, but in fact it is after the fact, both in terms of tradition and personal history. Being related to expressionism, it can indicate other modes such as dramatic representation of a self to form a criticism or a fictional account. The implication of this remains a matter of preliminary explanation. There must be more to follow that is derived as an extension, an interpolation of the context. The learning writer is requested to diversify in order to receive the rewards of developing expertise and symbols of graduation. The formal elements of such diversity extend from the first person in terms of fact, fiction, and metaphor. The dramatic impersonations will include second and third perspectives with past and future tenses. The subjective mood advances from the immediate into similitude, flash backward, and flash forward. Reference perspectives to make the writing complex. The complexity can be compound, invoking changes in perspective and timing so that second person becomes third and past becomes present. This can lead to confusions not well tolerated by composition instructions that are basic or elementary. But the creative aspect of poetics is intended to cross over into modes that are deliberately confusing or contradictory within themselves. One advanced principle served by this unorthodoxy is the emphasis of exaggeration. Assuming that the writer understands the mutual independence of author versus audience and the transient nature of various interdependencies, it can be expected that those writers who have been taught diverse skills will choose aptitudes that serve a strategic purpose. Some abilities are favored due to self-satisfaction, with the expectation that tactical presences will at some point favor the result. While it is important to realize that collective membership offers powers of conventional security and group enablement, the movements into these collections are a limiting effect. As writers and artists tend to prefer an escape from limits that confine them against the rationalities of their discoveries, it should be expected that there will be times when the conventional body of work created is deliberately contrasted to unorthodox extensions. Whereas this is in preliminary theories, the advanced thesis returns to the expressive effects by which the rules were learned. The deliberate scrawls and tense inconsistencies need further exploration by the innovating psychology of the searcher. It is to the credit of artists in movements that they can find it possible to afford an association with those who use methods alien to their own. The ecumenical result has the interest of diversification, while the specialized practice is often noted as being outsider art. Such outstanding nature or aloneness can be compared to the difference between a choir and a soloist. It takes courage to develop contrast that may itself lead to collective phenomena. The problem remains to destroy the consistency of the logic while preserving the consistency of the ethics. There is bravery and blunt honesty that is matched by euphemism, and the encouragement is to produce from exposure to ideas an ambience of mental health to a completion, the variety of skills leading to the expert use of a selection of skills.